Hey guys, Jack here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile for November 2015 of GaGaGa's. You may be thinking this is not a good deck, it's not viable, blah 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 blah. But with a bit of work and a bit of support, I've got this deck fairly consistent. It does what it does, and it brings out lots of big XEs and deals some pretty fun stuff. So without further ado, I'll get on to the deck profile. First off, we run triple GaGaGa Magician. You need GaGaGa Magician at 3 because if you don't, you're wasting out on plays. You will not be able to go into your toolbox of XZs without this. This is the main guy as it level modulates, and he's the one that gets all your XZ plays going. Without GaGaGa Magician, you cannot play GaGaGas really, unless you're playing a rank 4 turbo, which even then this still helps in the matter of fact it's a level 4. And with this you can get some crazy shenanigans off with some other cards that I run in the deck, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, I won't be doing combos in this video either. I'll be doing them in a different video, and I'll be showing you how you can abuse this card along with the next card, which is triple GaGaGa Sister. You need Sister at 3, as when she's normal summoned, you can search out a GaGaGa spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and this can work really well with this, as I'll show you in the combo video. But this allows you to search out any of your GaGaGa spells or traps, which there's quite a few in this deck because they are searchable with Sister, and you can do some combos with them, which is really good, and you can get first turn rank 10s out and stuff like that. Also Sister, where Sister can target a GaGaGa monster you currently control, add this level onto it. So with a 4, 2 add 6, 2 add 4 equals 6, then this copies that 6 and becomes level 6, and that's how you get into your players. So this is how you get into your bigger XZs that are over 8, and the fact that she's a normal summon with a search, it just opens up so many plays with bigger monsters, and it can throw stuff at your opponent they're just really not expecting. Also, she's really, really cute, and you cannot deny that. Next up, we run 2 GaGaGa Girl. We run GaGaGa Girl at 2 and not 3 because she's just not as relevant with Sister about. And she has a great effect that when she's used for an XD summon, I can target one special summon monster my opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0. That's great when you go into a huge monster and you just want to deal loads of damage, which I like to do with this. But as most part, I use her as a discard for a Lower Darkness, or when I'm really in a tight jam. I'll special summon a GaGaGa Magician somehow, or somehow protect a GaGaGa Magician that I have on board, or a Sister or something, go into a 5 or any other level with Magician. But she's just not as relevant with Sister being a thing, and she's easily searchable anyway and easily recyclable with other cards. So at 2 she's fine, you get all her plays off perfectly, so yeah. Next I run up 1 GaGaGa Child. GaGaGa Child is once again a Lord of Darkness target, discard that, draw 2 cards, discard this with the Lord of Darkness, and that way I'm not losing anything important. And another great thing about Child is he's a special summon with the GaGaGa, but the only problem is I've already had to have used like Magician's Effect or something to change its level, which is kind of stupid because I just don't like that idea. It's nothing really too restrictive or anything. It's just that, yeah, along with the cost of you lose your battle phase, it's meh. It is meh. So that's why I only run it at 1. But it does come. There is times when it comes in really handy, so at 1 I see it enough, and it comes in handy enough at 1, so 1. Next up I run, that's it for the GaGaGa monsters, by the way. Next up I run triple GaGaGa Golem. I run triple GaGaGa Giant. I run triple Giant because I can pitch him with Onomatopoeia, or whatever it's called, or however you pronounce that shit. Pitch him, search 2 cards, and what I tend to search would be, I can search him and another GaGaGa, normal summon him, special summon the other GaGaGa, and there's an instant rank 4. And also he's got 2k attack, so I can just summon him out, attack with it, and put some defense mode, and maybe use him for a rank 4 with a Magician or something else like that. It also teams up nicely with 2 GaGaGa Golem. GaGaGa Golem, I also ditch him with Onomatopoeia, and he's also retrievable with this because this just brings any GaGaGa back, so he's cool. Also, I run this at 2 because I'd rather see him than this, but when I see this I can just set him and he is once per turn he can't be destroyed by battle. So this is just your nice little rank 4 engine going into your pure rank 4s. Next up, for some effect negation, I run 2 effect Veiler. 2 effect Veiler is really good in this because I'm not wasting back row or with Fiendish Chains or breakthroughs. And I do like the fact that this is a hand trap because it is more stuff that's like... I do find monsters effects and this deck can hurt this deck a lot more than spells and traps because of the types of back row that I run and types of monsters that I run in the extra deck as well. So 2 effect Veiler. Gauze, because it's another hand trap, it's a level 7, I can go to my rank 7s and I can go to my big eye and stuff like that. And I'm sorry about the condition, it's a secret, it's my only secret, Gauze. Sorry it's in the bad condition, but yeah. Gauze is just a hand trap, so and I can bring out a token, and it's just a beater on the field as well, something that GaGaGas actually lack in the main deck, so 1 Gauze. He might be getting switched out for a Trig, because Trig Godia can do level modulating and steal opponents' monsters and stuff like that. Next remove. So if I had a Trigodia, I would definitely move this for a Trigodia. So next up, I run 3 Onomatopoeia. This card is brilliant. Like I said before, you can ditch a card and search one of these. You can search up to 2 cards, but not with the same name like Zabuza, GaGaGa, GaGaGo, and Doodadoo. So you can. So for example, that's why I run the GaGaGo. So I can search out a GaGaGa and a GaGaGo. And the best part about that is, if I ditch a GaGaGo anyway, I can then search a GaGaGo giant and then just bring it back. So actually, I do pretty much nothing with this. And so that's what I love about this when I have a GaGaGo in hand. God, there's some tongue twister names. But with this, I can just do stuff like that, which helps me get my plays off. And it can turn a dead hand into a good hand. So 3 of them. Any less, and you're wasting one of the best search cards in the game, in my opinion. Next, you run 3 GaGaGa Revenge. This is a premature burial for GaGaGas, and if the monster's used for an Exile, if the monster that's equipped with this is used for an Exile material, all Exile monsters I currently control gain 300 attack, so no real drawbacks there. Next up, I run 2 GaGaGa Academy Emergency Networks. I was running this at 3, but I took the 3rd one out for a card that you're going to see in a bit, and I'll explain why. But this, if you control no monsters and your opponent controls a monster, special summon a GaGaGa from deck. This is really good as it can help get your plays going if you already have a card in hand, and you can't Exile summon, you can't special summon the turn this is used except for an Exile summon, but that's not really a downside in this deck. Next up, again, 2 GaGaGa Wind. 2 GaGaGa Wind, this just allows you to special summon a GaGaGa monster from your hand as a level 4. So this is, with Sister, you can get Sister level 4, and then you can go into stuff, you can go into rank 12s with this. In this and Sister, you can go into rank 12s with, and rank 11s, but there's not really many good ones about, so that are easy to get into anyway. They require 3 or 4 and stuff like that, because it's more rank up stuff. But this just helps get plays, because I can go... This is going to just get plays because with Sister and Magician, which I'll show you in the combo video. If you don't run that, you're slowing your deck down considerably. 2 GaGaGa Bolt. This is my instead of MIMST. It's searchable with Sister, and it can also pop monsters. You can run MST over this, but I like it just because it's searchable. So yeah. Next up, Triple Dark Eruption. This is what I run 3 of instead of 3 GaGaGa Emergency Network, because I find it a hell of a lot more important to be able to recycle my Sisters with their normal summon effect and my Magicians and stuff like that. So, yep, that just recycles them and helps you keep going with your XE plays. Lower Darkness, self-explanatory, draw power, ditch Sisters and Childs as my main targets. For traps, I run High Five the Sky. An XE monster can attack again. If it attacks and it's successful, they can attack again, and my opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to this until the end of the damage step, so that's really good. Bit of protection now with 2 Mirror Force. This is self-explanatory because obviously I'm running a lot of weak monsters, and if they stop an XE play, I can just set this and I know I'm safe. Next up, one of the new cards which has been released from Dimension of Chaos, 2 Grand Horn of Heaven. I love Grand Horn. I run this. I don't run Solemn or anything because I run 2 of these. I would run a third if I owned one, but I only own 2, and it's beautiful at 2. This can just dick over your opponent so much, and especially when I've got a big guy or a big XE out on the field. So 2 of these is better than Solemn because you stop the. You force them to go into their battle phase or their end phase depending on when they special summon. So that's what I love about that card. And then Compulse and Bottomless is my last 2. They're just simply generic, and you know what they do. For the extra deck, right? I run for rank 4s. I run Cowboy because it's a GaGaGa deck. Samurai just helps with pushing in some last bits of damage. Honor Arc, just steal my opponent's monsters. Castiel, get rid of problem monsters and pendulum monsters and stuff like that. That's all I do for rank 4s. That's just all generic stuff that everyone knows it does. And if you don't run the GaGaGa stuff in a GaGaGa deck, then go to a doctor. For rank 5s, I run Volcasaurus and Durandal. Durandal's really good, especially this is against Tellarknights. This is so funny because I can just make the go to Neb and I've got something set. I'm like, I don't care if you pop it because I'm negating and making your monster pop it, and then its effect's useless. Volcasaurus for the Volcasaurus Guy of the Dragon Thunder Charger play and a bit of burn damage. For rank 6s, I run Naruto the Moral Leader, Gauntlet Launcher, Utopia Beyond, Photon Strike Bowser. Yeah, that's it for my rank 6s. 4 rank 6s. This is good because I can use it to negate spells and traps. Gauntlet Launcher is good because I can destroy up to 2 monsters on a turn with it. This 3,000 damage instantly, 3,500 if summoned with a monster that is equipped with GaGaGa Revenge. And this is burn damage from negating an effect. So if my opponent likes to use effects like Tellarknights, I'll simply bring this out and I get to burn 1,000. So yay for stopping monster effects. And then for 7s, I run Big Eye and Gaia Dragon. Gaia Dragon for the fact I can just overlay it onto a 6 or a 5 and it's piercing. Big Eye, steal my opponent's monsters. This has won me so many games. I love Big Eye. It's so good. Then for a 9, I run Phantom Fortress. This card is so good. Doesn't target and it banishes stuff. So if you're running this deck, highly recommend this card. It's so easy to go into with Magician and Sister as well. For my 2 10s, 2 of these. Because I can get out one turn and one another turn, and I can burn 6,000 with them. And if your opponent has no monsters, or you can somehow stop their field, you can get 5,000 points of damage in with this in a turn. That's why I love this card. Yeah, this card is so good. It's won me games, and yeah, that sums it up. There's no side deck for it because side deck's obviously your opinion, so I'm not going to show you mine. Also, I don't have one, but if I had one, yeah. Stuff I would already change myself is I'd try and fit a Raigeki into the deck or something like that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this deck profile for my GaGaGas, and I will see you next time with another deck profile. See ya.